Hello, dear fellow Libras. I'm Empress Rose, and we're going to do a reading. Of course, these are general readings, so take what works, leave what doesn't, and also check your rising, moon, and Venus signs for additional information about other aspects of your life. So all these cards are pre-shuffled and prepared and prayed over before I turn on the camera. I like to do a thorough job, and I'm pretty sure that would be boring to watch. So we're going to take from the Oracle of Mystical Moments deck first, and that'll give me an intuitive reading of where we're going with this. It's a lot like jumping into a lake, it feels like. Like we're going to jump into this flow here. All right, a message for Libras this week. Okay, same card as last week. Is it? I can't remember. Oh, wow. Okay. You have Night Ride. You have some darkness you're going through. It's protected. You are there's this wise being that's with you, that's taking you through this dark time. You're focused on protecting like your children or someone that needs your protection even more than you need protection. And there is this being. It could be an actual person, it could be your ancestors, it could be anything like that's here protecting you and guiding you and taking you through this night. So the sun will rise. Who knows what the tide will bring, and you're gonna you're gonna get through this. Whatever situation you're in right now, there will be guidance, there will be help, there will be assistance. And then we have the butterfly garden. So something, our minds are being transformed, possibly by this guide through this journey through this dark night. We're paying very close attention to the things that are growing in our heart. We're watching it very carefully. And it's transformed the butterfly is a symbol of transformation. So it's transformed something in the way we're seeing the world or thinking about the world or even thinking about our heart, and that whole thing has transformed, and we're very in awe of the transformation, I believe. We're closely watching it. It's a whole garden devoted to transformation and change. So these cards don't... This one has a very peaceful vibe, very happy with the changes we've experienced and the changes we've seen and the way we've grown. And it's a very introspective card. And this one has to do more... I always get a vibe of something in the environment that we're going through, something around us. But it could be a dark night of the soul. It could be that is transforming us. So there could be some of this going on. All right. So we're going to go to the Santa Muerte tarot deck for the main body of the reading. Again, these have been very thoroughly prepared. All right, for Libra. For Libra, where are we going? This is your past. Oh, I'll take these as what the heck? Okay, this is your present. This is your inner landscape. This is the issue. This is your environment. This is your to-do list, and this is a possible outcome. Okay, so for in your environment, you have what I believe is the corollary to this card. Is this leaving a dark place? We have our fairy operator, our guide, and they're going to take us to a better place, to the new dawn that we see. So that's a really cool correlation because it's the same card. So there's there's some repetition, which is always confirmation in the tarot. So in your recent past, you have the Empress. You either have someone in your life who has everything they need and all the power that they need. This could be you. You maybe have experienced some Empress moments where you have grown, you have transformed. We have the butterflies featured very prominently in this. We have some heartache, some cutting things off before their time. So we have learned some lessons, and we sit with those lessons, but we sit very calmly with them. We're not speaking, we're not blabbing about what we've been through or anything. There is some sort of hidden aspect to our voice, to what we have to say. We haven't said everything that we would like to say or that's on our mind. We've held back quite a bit. But we have this power. We sit back in great comfort on our throne. We have everything we need. And this has been a vibe you've been in recently, is this, you've transformed your pain into power. You've transmuted the pressures and the difficulties you've been under. You've transformed them into a very powerful position. You felt that. You felt stronger. You felt better. It's actually a very similar vibe to this one, as far as like these butterflies. I don't know if you can see them. These butterflies, this transformation, admiring it, enjoying it, seeing how far you've come. So in your present situation, you've seen how you get the Nine of Pentacles. You've seen how far you've come, and there's more to go. And you're looking at the next steps. You've been very successful in your farming endeavors. You have a bumper crop harvest. You have everything you need. But in the present moment, you're looking at what's next. How do I grow this farm even more? How do I get to the next step? I've achieved what I came here to achieve. I'm the Empress sitting back on my throne with everything we need. And I want to go to my next step. I'm ready to look higher, look better, look bigger. I feel like that's a song from the 80s. So in your inner landscape, you have this Three of Cups. So there's sort of a party vibe. There's partying with your friends. Are these imaginary friends? Because this is in your inner landscape. So you have this like a loving party, but there's also can sometimes be a vibe of a third party situation. So it's hard for me to see that going on in your inner landscape. Are you betraying yourself? But this is like a celebration, and in your heart you're celebrating. I believe in your heart you're celebrating this transformation you've been in. You're celebrating this energy. You're celebrating having arrived and being in a position where you get to look at the next steps. Having achieved what you set out to achieve in one area you're looking at. So we have this inner landscape is friendly, is celebrating, is joining with others to enjoy emotion in life. And this is something that's going on internally. So are you yourself and I having a little party here? You're celebrating. Maybe you're popping a mini bottle of champagne to have, to celebrate how far you've come. And in this night ride, in this dark journey, you've come quite a ways. And it's time to celebrate that. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate your accomplishments. At issue is this Hanged Man. We have this... there's a stagnancy, though. I mean, it's hard to see I'm seeing stagnancy in this card too, this pond that you're going through. There might be some stagnant energy where it doesn't feel like you're making progress, but that's because you're not flying. And this is what's so fascinating about this card is these owls, these beings that are being ferried, they can actually fly, and they actually have very good night vision. So I'm just remembering being attacked by an owl one time when I had a farm and chickens. So they had great night vision. I certainly didn't, but they definitely have great night vision. So they could fly, but maybe they don't know the way. And maybe they're injured somehow. So we have this, but we have some stagnant energy. I always get the vibe that they're going through a very dark swamp. It's not a fresh lake. It's not a fresh river. It's a dark swamp. And the reversed Hangman, so in the at issue column, I take them in the reverse meaning. So this is like way too much stagnancy, a situation that is really not moving forward. Oh my gosh, did you have this one last time? But you need to be working on your intuition, developing that. But again, this is the reverse Hangman is a situation where, no matter what you do, it's stagnant. It's just very stagnant situation. In the upright, we're talking about using a pause in life to open up our third eye, our intuition, to get in touch, to deal with some emotions. But in the reversal, it's just not much to be done. It's very stagnant. It's starting to get toxic, how stagnant it is. We have the toxic energy on top and the fresh wind blowing on the bottom, which is a reversal of how we want things to go. So there's something at issue in your environment that is overly overdue. This is a latrine that's full and you need to dig a new one. Something like that. And it's not necessarily a useful pause anymore. There was maybe some use to it, and now there's nothing more to be gained from this stagnancy. It's just starting to get toxic and full and useless. It's a useless stagnancy at this point. So in your environment, you have this lovely, my favorite card in the deck, the Six of Swords, this fairy captain bringing the wounded from this war-torn shore to this sunnier place. So that's what I'm getting here. I'm getting a fairy captain bringing you. So this is in your environment. So I'm going to say there might actually be an actual person in your environment that is going to help you heal and help you. I mean, because this Empress, she does still have some of her power is in the pain that she's been through. And this is gonna ferry you through some open waters, some maybe treacherous area, but there might be a guide coming into your life to help you do this. Or the other thing I'm getting here is you might be the guide, because you're coming in as the Empress here, as ambitious, as happy within yourself. Maybe you are the guide and you're guiding other people that can fly, people that can see, but maybe they don't understand that yet, that they can do this journey actually faster on their own without you. But you might be this guide. Sometimes, in any of these cards, you can identify as any of the characters. That's why personal readings are so cool, because I can actually get feedback of what's your first instinct of who you are. Are you the elephant? Are you the baby bird? Are you the mama bird? Are you the fairy captain? Have you traveled these waters? But I'm seeing that maybe this might be the interpretation we're going for here, because we have this Empress energy here, and she's already been through a bunch of shit, and she could definitely help some people traverse some open water here to some sunshine, to a sunny new land. And it's a little bit of an unsettled environment. So maybe you are the one that's going to be like bit by bit moving these wounded forward across through this dark night, because you might have some experience. So be looking for a way in which the pain and the experience you have, that you've been able to transmute into positive energy and a positive growth. Everything in your life can be used to grow. And that's what's so curious about this Hanged Man here is the stagnancy. Even if there is stagnancy someplace, you can always use that to grow. It's almost everything is an opportunity to grow and learn. But the stagnancy is saying that there is some situation in which there is no more opportunity to learn and grow. And in your to-do list is this King of Cups. He is a master of his emotions. So there might be coming someone into your life who, oh no, this is your to-do list. If this was in your environment, I'd say someone's coming with this, but this is your to-do list. You are to work with your feelings, your emotions, become a master of them. Look, he's drinking of the cup because he can handle his emotions. He's got his heart right out there on his chest because he can handle that. He's such a master of his emotions, and not like a master like I'll decide what I feel in this situation, but every feeling can come up. It can flow. It can all flow. And it's like our emotions are like a river, and he's the guide. He can do the class 5 rapids. He can get us there. He can handle anything that comes at him. His heart can be out on his chest here, because if he feels tender, that's acceptable. He knows he's so strong. He knows how to handle his own tenderness and how to express it. If he feels afraid, he can handle that too, and he can acknowledge, yes, I feel afraid. And I don't mean handle, like manipulate your own emotions. I mean like accept them, let them flow. This water's flowing. And he can handle as far as like accept the flow of all of his feelings and emotions. So that's very important. And so this is your to-do list, is to continue working on a mastery of your emotions, and not a control mastery, but a deep understanding, a deep a strength so strong you don't need to control your emotions, so you can flow with them and allow them to flow through you. You can handle your emotional liquor. So this is, I see a lot of very strong male energy here. I see this farmer and this Nine of Pentacles, and strong female energy. I mean, it almost seems like you're embodying both this very strong guide and this very strong celebratory of the changes in the way we've transmuted our pain here. And we have this here, and then we have the Justice, another very strong female energy. This is Justice this is your possible outcome. There's a sense of fairness here. There's a balance. The scales are balanced. What's needed to be done has been done. What's been harvested has been harvested. There's sort of a passion here too with this Justice card. And it's just what it sounds like. Something, it's going to be fair. If you've been fair in your dealings, you can expect some fair returns. If you've been terrible in your dealings, you can expect some really shitty things. Your sins will find you out, sort of thing. So you've got some justice coming in, and depending on your past behavior, this can either be a really great thing or a really bad thing. But there's going to be some sense of fairness, and this can also relate to actual legal things being decided, not necessarily in your favor, but in the right way. And sometimes that can be really hard to stomach when a legal situation doesn't go your way, and it's a signal that you need to go back and see. Well, I mean, the legal system has very severe issues, so I wouldn't take it as gospel truth. But, you know, it does open up an opportunity to reconsider maybe some of your behavior if it doesn't go your way. But yeah, so there's a sense of justice, something that's owed to you, something that's due you will be coming in here. We have this Reaper sort of energy here, and she's, there's a righteousness here. It's the right thing is going to win, is going to not win because it's balanced. So, but she is like a judge, and she's got a lot of Empress vibe too here. She's a darker energy. I'm seeing a couple darker energies. I mean, we've got these two robed beings here, and including an elephant that's way darker than any elephant I've ever seen. But it is in the dark. So there's, and then we've got this so there's some darkness happening here. But none of it seems menacing. The darkness almost seems like it's helping you. It's here to help. It's a helpful energy. So if you're going, I mean, your to-do list is to develop really good coping mechanisms and emotional coping mechanisms. Not coping, but I mean, actually just really enjoying your own feelings and your own emotions. So, but perhaps there are some darker emotions that are actually gonna be your guide and going to help you move out of the stagnancy, maybe. I just find it so interesting that several of these characters are dressed in black. I don't know what to make of it, honestly. So hopefully that was useful for you. I really appreciate all of your comments and subscriptions. It's really helping my little baby channel grow ever so much, and I'm really appreciative of that. So keep commenting, tell your friends and family, the ones that aren't going to be completely freaked out by tarot reading, and thank you so much for watching.